What is up, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome into another edition of this week's comics. I am your host, Andre Harris, and we are back. Man, it's been a long time, man. I have not done one of these since 2025, took 6 weeks off. So we got a lot of catching up to do, you guys. Get your pens and papers, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some comic books that we show off on these few episodes that I'm recording today that we don't have that you might want to add to your collection, man. Before we get started, big shout out to League of Comic Book Geeks, man. Always pin everybody up on game, showing you all the covers in advance. You could set up an account on League of Comic Book Geeks, and from there you can make sure you get every single last cover that you're looking for, not including the retailer exclusives or incentives, but pretty much all the variants, all the covers for cover price. Plus, when you go to Whatnot, if you link up with some of the people on there, me personally, I go through Joe Comics, you get a 10% discount on top of that. So you're getting everything for the cover price without people boosting the prices up on you. Plus, you get that nice little 10% discount. Definitely highly recommend doing it. Also, RIP to my brother, Dustin Ryder. RIP to all my family. Too many to name. Be here all day, man. But with that being said, man, we got some catching up to do. So first we got to go over, because I didn't do any of January. So we got 4 episodes to go back, spin the block on for January. Then we got February as well. So we got a little comment real quick. Shout out to Combative over here with the comment. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff that we got to cover. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. We are starting off with January 7th, 2026. New releases. So these have been out for some weeks. So these first 4 been out for over a month now. So they should be a little bit, I don't know if I could say easier to find, because it's out, but technically there's been enough time that people might have snatched some of these up. So you might have to do a little searching, whether on Whatnot, eBay, or your local comic book shops. But the way I normally do this, I usually have my editors with me, my big 3, Ari and Bradley, but I fell so far behind taking that time off that I was unable to get their picks. Normally, it's me, 2 other people at bare minimum. We all take our top 20 picks, and then based on how we rank them, we do the math, crunch the numbers, and then we come up with the finalized list. Unfortunately, you guys only got my list for these episodes, so I try not to be biased or anything like that. There's so many different factors that play into it, but let's get straight into it. I break it down into basically a top 20 original covers and then best top 20 variants. I got to differentiate the two, because those variants always have a ton of variants for each issue. So I feel like it's not really fair. Plus, with the variants, like I feel like they have more time, because they only have to do that one cover. That those covers come out a little bit more cleaner than the original, more times than not. But with that said, honorable mention number 5 for January 7th, 2026, we got Ricky and Morty, The End, issue number 2. Let me fix my layout right there. So for the Ricky and Morty fans out there, I'm not really I really don't pick up the cartoon comic books like that, like the DuckTales, Darkwing Ducks, and all that. I do got one Darkwing Duck comic book. I got it for super cheap and whatnot, but I typically don't pick up these ones. But again, it's not. I'm not going off of what I would personally pick up at the comic book store. Just going off the covers or what looks really good. I like how his head's exploded. It just looks psychedelic, kind of whatnot. It's pretty cool. Audible bitch at number 4, we got Wolverine issue 14. Wolverine, for those who don't know, that's my favorite comic book superhero of all time. You know, started off with that X-Men issue 1. Speaking of which, shout out to 4K Legends, man. He really hooked me up with these dope ass frames. Got this little X-Men frame right here. Got my Jim Lee signature or whatnot. I was gonna use that for the background, but I was like, you know, I need my own little personal little shrine over here that I could look at. You know, I got my Batman Scott Snyder over here. Shout out to 4K Legends. You can pick up these same frames for $25, and then he has a 15% discount when you go to cash out. So you're really paying like $20, $22 a frame. So highly recommend 4K Legends every Sunday on Whatnot. You can get the frames, got the interchangeable magnets. Got a few. I'm waiting. I got 2 more frames coming tomorrow. I'm going to put my Incredible Hulk Todd McFarlane Wolverine cover on there with the claws showing Venom, and then my Amazing Spider-Man Venom first cover appearance up on those, 2 of my more valuable books. But yeah, 4K Legend every Sunday. You get those. The magnets 15. You got these dope ass light boxes, are pretty big. They light up. You know, nice little display to put underneath your frames and everything. With the magnet, really just gives you a nice little look out and everything like that. But back to the list. Honorable mention number 4, Wolverine issue 14. Let me pull it up for y'all real quick. And man, even though Wolverine's my favorite character, I ain't gonna hold you, man. He had like a rough year, man. I tried to get behind those first couple issues of the Wolverine. I didn't like what they did with Cyber. It kind of threw me off. And then after like issue 6, I was kind of checked out, but I want to give it another try. I know Marvel really wants to make Wolverine their Batman, and I'm all for it. But yeah, y'all gotta level up. And I'm seeing they trying to. They quickly quickly caught an audible from that Revelations X, which was terrible. So I'm glad they did that. Honorable mention number 3, we got Warwolf issue number 3. And I don't know too much about Warwolf, but Warwolf has been one of them books that they've been making the list. Every Warwolf book has made the list. If not, it's at least made an honorable mention. So shout out to the indies, man. As an independent creator myself working on a comic book, man, I just got a special place in my heart for the indie people. I know it's a lot of work. You don't have the corporate machine, the name recognition a lot of times behind you. You don't got the you know, the franchise characters. You don't got a whole big team of people to, you know. So salute to the indies for real. Shout out to my boy David Sutton, man. He got fire independent comic book as well. My boy Moose got a book he working on as well. And my boy Fred, you know, he working on something. Shout out to JJ Kirby as well. Yo, Audible bitch at number 2, we got the Twilight Zone issue number 3. And man, who remember the old Twilight Zone show back in the day? Yo, that shit was lit. I told you. Yeah, this cover, you got the black and white too, just like the Twilight Zone TV show was in black and white. So yeah, I like how they doing it in the black and white as well. Yo, that's fire. Love the detail on that right there. I wonder if like each episode, each issue is like a single contained, similar to like how the Twilight Zone each episode is like a single contained episode. That would be pretty dope. I ain't gonna hold you. That would be sweet. Honorable mention number 1 before you get into the top 15 best original covers of the week. We got Absolute Superman issue number 15. Let me see. Huh? I'm digging this with the whole skyscrapers, man. Shout out if you were tuning in. Greatly appreciate the support. If you could do me a favor, if you could let me know if you could hear me. Sometimes I'd be having little audio issues, so I would hate to do this whole thing and have to redo it. Honorable mention number one, we got Absolute Superman issue number 15. Man, I love the skyscrapers and everything. I love when you throw like detailed backgrounds into the artwork. That always puts you in a high ranking in my book, because man, it takes a lot to draw the human figure and the anatomy for one. It takes a lot of practice to truly master, but then to throw the backgrounds, the perspective, the foreshadow, the background and midground, everything up in there, man. I love it. Getting into the top 15, we got probably the most popular book on this list, and that is Absolute Batman Arc-M Special Issue number 1. And man, I'm late with these episodes, so this one right here, I wish I did these on time to tell you guys to grab these when you can. I didn't even grab one of these, bro. And I'm mad I did not, because now you cannot find one of these you cannot find one of these things for less than $20, bro, anywhere. I'm so mad I did not pick this up. I got like the variant covers. I got 2 of the variant covers, but man, I wish I had cover A, because one thing that has changed the game with the greatly shout out the Paul with the games, man. Thank you so much for the support. And man, support your local comic book shop, support your Whatnot streamers and your eBay shops as well, man. Whatnot, they be having some deals. I'm trying to tell you, they be having some deals, bro. And if you really collect comic books like I do, then 100% you have to get a League of Comic Geeks account ASAP. It takes 4 weeks for you to get assigned with your comic shop. You have to, once you make your account, you go search for comic shops that have pull list. Some of them have pull list on Whatnot. I highly recommend Joe's Comics. You get everything for the original price. So no one upscales the price, which they do all the time on Whatnot, which makes sense because you want to make a profit. But you get the same price that they get at the comic shop, plus you get 10% off, bro. So you are saving the most money. You will get a stack of 20 books and it'll cost you $35. It'll have your family thinking you spent $100, $200, bro. I'm telling you, bro. LeagueofComicBooks.com. Get your account and then go on there and sign up with your comic book shop. Go to either Joe Comics or Clobbering Comics. They both are on Whatnot. They'll pull your list so you'll get every comic you are looking for cover price, bro. I got a Dork issue 1 for $4. The next week, that Dork issue 1 is already at $150, bro. I'm so glad I had League of Comic Books that grabbed that off rip, bro. And there's some comic books right now, because comic books are blowing up right now, bro. And I don't want to toot my horn, but yo, comic books is doing so good right now that some comic books, the value are going up before they even release. So it's very mandatory that you get a League of Comic Book Geeks. Because, for example, it's too late for this one, but this is an example. Spider-Man Invincible got a team up coming out in March. Now, the book is $4 if you're able to get it when it releases. That book is already worth $35 on eBay, and eBay sells shit the cheapest, bro. So, bro, if it's going for $35 on eBay, that book's going to be going for $40 on Whatnot at bare minimum, bro. If you have a League of Comic Books, you're getting it for $4, bro. Now, if that's the case, if you're a seller, you could order more than one of them off there, and then you could flip and make your money back. I need to start doing that now that I think about it. But, bro, yeah, if you know there's going to be something that's a hit, bro, hurry up. Get your pool list in for that $4. They're going to get 10% off, so you're paying $3.50. And, bro, you are super in the game. I'm trying to tell y'all. But moving on, Arc-M, this one right here, yeah, this is one of them ones you wish you had that pull list for. Or you could go to Joe Comics on Wednesdays when they first drop it. You might get lucky and get your pulls, bro, because I'm trying to tell you. Heck yeah, bro. Like, no doubt, bro. Hell yeah. I'm always with some cloud, bro. I will make a note. I'll have to do it after the show. I am behind 6 episodes, so today I am doing 6 shows, bro, back to back, bro. So it's about to be a long day, dude. It took me 2 days just to get everything prepped. I went through 1,800 covers for y'all, bro, and broke down the top 20 for 6 weeks. It was so much work, but I did it to get caught up so that we could get back to a weekly schedule with my boys Ari and Bradley starting next week. Coming in, but greatly appreciate the support, Dark Ping, and I definitely will make sure to add you, man. Thank you again so much for the support. And back to our list. Coming in at number 14, we got Spider-Man Noir issue 4. I'm not certain if I got this issue yet. I know I got 1 through 3. Are they even up to 4? That doesn't even sound right. Did I do my list wrong or something? Let me double check. Nope. All right, I might need to make. Yeah, I'm writing my own pull list because, man, I got a gang of books, but there are a few books that I be slipping through the cracks because I follow like 30, 40 books currently monthly. So sometimes I might fall behind on something, but this Spider-Man, I love the action on this cover. I love this art style, bro. This artist, I'm forgetting his name, but bro, he's like their Marvel's equivalent to Dan Moore on DC, bro. He's exclusive to Marvel, how Dan Moore is exclusive on DC. I love both of their styles, bro. Dope as hell. Coming in number 13, we got the Phantom issue number 4. And I remember these used to show on the Sci-Fi channel, the Phantom. If I'm not mistaken, this is the artist that used to work on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Bro, that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series is so good, by the way, you guys. Oh my gosh. You guys gotta check out that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The current run is so good. Love this artist, man. This artist be getting busy, bro. Thank you for the support, for everybody pulling up. Suplex Dinner Club in the building. The Tribal Chief. Throw your ones up for the Tribal Chief. We acknowledge you. Man, my guy, bro. I don't know. Hey, he remind me of Tony Khan because he's just like, how do you have the time, bro? Like, this dude has god tier time management, bro. Like, I don't know. This dude be doing 20 different projects, bro. It make me feel like I'm lazy. Coming in number 12 on the list, we got DCKO Night Fight issue number 3. I do know I got this one picked up, but I have not read it yet, man. I am so behind on my reading because of how many books I currently am reading. I probably got to read like 80 books currently to catch up. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I got like a short box full of books that I haven't read yet. So it's about I'm not showing that. Yeah, this is one of the books I got to catch up on, Brad. To do my Transformers, catch up on that, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm gonna spin the block on the Night Fight. But yo, the Night Fight been good. I did read the first 2 issues. That's the only reason I got it in the back burner because I might just jump it up because I only got one. I only got one to be caught up on it. But man, I got so much reading to do, bro. And damn, it's back to them 10-hour shifts tomorrow, man. This is my last day off. Coming in at number 11, we got Deluge, issue number 3. And while I am not familiar with Deluge, bro, that's one of the things that I love when I started this channel for comic books. It's put me onto some books I wasn't even aware was out. You know what I'm saying? So shout out again to League of Comic Book Geeks, because that's how I got put on to Mark Spears Monsters, which got my boy Ari in the comic. Well, he already was in the comic books, but that's what got him buying comic books. And now that dude's pull list is probably even bigger than mine, bro. And that's saying something, bro, because my pull list is ridiculous, bro. Shout out to my bro Ari, man. Make sure to follow my bro Ari on TikTok, man. He be killing it over there on TikTok, man. Salute, man. That's the co-host. When I'm up to date, bro, but he been the one like, yo, we got to get back on. But I'm putting together a website, so I wanted to have an archive of every single week for everybody. So I had to do these episodes, bro. Even though it's 6 weeks old at this point, I had to go back, spin the block on these. Coming in at number 10, we got Orphan and the Five Beast Bath of Blood. I've not read this one either, man. Again, bro, like I can't read everything. I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert in everything. And that's the beauty of comic books, bro. Like anyone is welcome to come in, and no one, bro. I don't care how long you've been reading comic books. Please don't gatekeep. Please don't be a comic book snob, bro. And what I mean by that, bro, is like I've been reading comic books since 1991, but even with all the comic books, all the trading cards, action figures, cartoons, movies, bro, I am not the expert know-it-all in everything, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's just too much. There's too much out there, bro. Now, if you talking X-Men, Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying? Some Flash, Thor, Batman, any X title, really. Avengers, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm going to be super knowledgeable, but even I'm not going to know every single last crumb. And you know what I'm saying? So, like, bro, we gotta be more welcoming to newer people coming in and whatnot, because you don't want to turn nobody off, bro. Like, we want to keep the comic book community thriving, because that keeps the comic book shops open, that keeps the artists eating good and whatnot, and the writers eating good and everything like that. Coming in number 9, we got the Blue Falcon and Dynomutt. I'm loving seeing all these cartoons transitioning to comic books. That lets me know comic books is eating good right now. You see all these cartoons that typically weren't putting out comic books or putting out comic books at the moment. And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of them been pretty good. I haven't been reading all of them. I haven't read Blue Falcon and Dynomutt series yet, but from the Johnny Quest, the Space Ghost, the Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the G.I. Joe, the little bit of that I have seen, they've been killing it. They've been killing it. So salute to them. Same thing with the horror genre right now. It's starting to feel like comic books is starting to break away from just being the superhero genre mold. And that's one of the things that I heard Jim Lee talking about. Like, man, I see manga killing it, and I like wonder how we could bridge the gap and like close that gap, because there's such a variety of manga, bro. You have slice of life, you got your fan service, you got your horror, you got your, you know what I'm saying, your shonen, you got all type of genres, your sports, your romance, you know. So it varies, and now I'm starting to see that with the comic books. You got your cartoon genre that doing their thing, you got your normal universe, your absolute and ultimate universe, you got the, you know, horror now. So in a minute, we're gonna be something. I mean, kind of with the gunslinger, the cowboy stuff is starting to kind of have its own little genre. So yeah, more of that will just definitely expand comic books horizon and success. I feel coming in number 8, we got Vampirella issue number 9, and man, Vampirella, it's so hard, man. Vampirella always does good on these lists, bro. And sometimes I feel like I put her a little lower on the list just because she's just so consistently with this high level art that it's just like, damn, if I'm just gonna place her, you know, like, and there's got to be sometimes more to it too. There's other aspects besides just the hyper realism that goes into, you know, sometimes something placing number 1 or whatnot on the list. Coming in number 7, we got Poison Ivy, another person who, whenever they come up, like when it's a Poison Ivy issue coming out, like they really rank high. They usually don't miss a Poison Ivy, Catwoman's, and Vampirellas, Godzilla covers. Those usually don't miss. And another It's just not another exception. Just walking down. I love the perspective. You know what I'm saying on this. Love the man. It's clean. It's just a clean. And look, she got the drip on too. She got the drip. Ain't even wear the jacket with the cape. She's styling right now. She GQ. Coming in number 6, we got Nemesis Forever, issue number 5. It's one of them books not too familiar with, but the artwork is definitely stunning, man. I love the work they did on the aging on the elderly lady right there. That is badass. Like I like the detail with the wrinkles and everything on the the cowl that she's holding in her hands and whatnot. So it's pretty dope. These are all original covers, by the way. It's time to get into our starting 5, the top 5 books, original comic book covers for the week. Coming in, we got Batgirl issue number 15. Batgirl, again, they usually cook. DC be cooking, man. DC last year ate food, man. They hogged the top 20 list, man. The only book Marvel had on the top 20 was the number 1 book. It featured Batman. Yikes. That's nasty. Everything else was all Batman, damn near. Crazy. Batman, or in this case, Batgirl issue number 15, coming in top 15 covers of the week, number 5. Man, that is beautiful. I love the work with the grass. They even put the foreground grass and everything, the midground, the background. Beautiful, beautiful background, man. Beautiful, man. That was just, I love it. I love it. Coming in number 4, we got the Toxic Avenger number 6, and I feel some type of way. I might be mistaken, man. Maybe this got pushed back because I feel like this may have been on a previous episode, maybe episode 27 or 26, 27. Yeah. All right. This should be 28, but I guess I misput it. But yeah, this episode 28 actually. But oh well, we'll say it's 27. It's been 6 weeks. Toxic Avenger, oh boy, popping out of the fucking box in the White House. The artwork and detail to this is just, man, dope as hell. Dope as hell. I ain't gonna hold you. Coming in number 3, we got Vampiress Carmilla. So move over, Vampirella. You are not the only vampiress in town. We got Vampiress Carmilla, and she coming for that number 3 spot. Big 3 alert going to Vampiress Carmilla. That Sabretooth type. The way they drew that is gangster, bro. I love those fantasy artwork covers. Even though there's a lot of blank space over there, bro. The space they covered in, they got busy, bro. Runner up for best original cover of the week, January 7th, 2026. Again, these books are already out. You can pick these up right now at your comic book shops. So make sure to go back, check out what was mentioned, make your list if you ain't got them, add them to your collection. But number 2, we got Scorched issue 47 for runner up best original cover of the week from the Todd McFarlane Spawn universe. Scorched, damn, that looks good, bro. Like, that is just insanely good, bro. And man, what beat that? Because bro, that is just insane, man. Just narrowly beating that for cover of the week, in my opinion. Original cover. These are just my opinions. This is just my taste personally. So if you have a different, ranking, I'm not mad at you. I mean, art is so subjective. No one's gonna have the same ranking. So this is just mine personally, and I didn't have my other people to make a more unbiased list off of for these episodes. So take that in mind as well. But coming in number 1, original best cover of the week, we got Hank Howard, The Pizza Detective 2, Hollywood's original covers, kicking ass, taking all top 4 out of the top 5 starting lineup spots, bruh. All indies, if you count Image as an independent. I mean, they're kind of like the big 3 now. But Still 3 out of 5 independent, and top 3 all independent, not counting Image. We got this, man. That is just beautiful, bro. I gotta move this title, Hank Howard. It's right there anyway. So y'all could see, man, the detail, bro. Salute to the artist who did that, bro. You did that, bro. You put in that work, bro. That is some amazing artwork, bro. I love the detail, bro. That just looks. Whew, as an artist, wow. I wish I could do that. I wish I could do what you do, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. It's insane. With that, we're gonna jump into the variant covers for January 7th, 2026, starting with Absolute Batman Arc M Special Issue number 1. I was telling y'all about the original covers, Batman Arc M, bro. While this ranked 15, this is definitely probably the most popular book in the ranking as far as getting picked up and purchased. This was the book I wanted out of all 3 of the covers the most, even though it's probably not worth more than cover A. That's one of the odd things with the Ultimate and Absolute Universe. Those books have done such an amazing job that it switched the hierarchy where typically a variant is worth more than the original covers. But for whatever reason, the cover A's for Absolute Universe and Ultimate Universe are worth more than the variant covers, and sometimes even more than the retailer exclusives and whatnot, which is, it's cool. It's dope. It gives you that incentive to get that cover A. But these are variants now that we are getting into. Let me go back real quick and switch out that cover of the week that is floating right there at the bottom of the screen. Oops, some of the wrong tab. Give me one quick second. Boom. Boom. All right. So, Absolute 15, man. My gaming chair broke actually, bro. So I can't, it's at the bottom, and I can't get it to stick up. So I'm super low on the screen, but yeah, I'll have to get a new gaming chair, but it's not a priority. So I'm not gonna hold you. Might be a minute. Might just be like this for a while, because yeah, that's not my priority at this moment. A new gaming chair, honestly. But getting back to variant covers of the week, honorable mention number 4, we got Shredder issue number 4. And man, the fact that some of these are ranked where they are just tells you how insane. There's so many good books that aren't going to get mentioned. Just it's off rip, that it's just insane, bro. But it would take forever if I went over every single comic book. So man, yeah. That cover is dope. Shredder returning to the dojo in a winter storm. Got the arrows hanging out of him like he Wolverine with a healing factor and everything, yo. But it's lit. That shit's fire. Honorable mention number 3, we got Absolute Superman issue number 15. And if I'm not mistaken, all right, no, I'm mistaken. Yeah, that's hard right there, man. Yeah, like, look, he's aura farming on this cover right here, bruh. That is hard. Like how they did the reflection with the water too, with the flame. This is one of them books I was not super, no pun intended, I wasn't really following, but now it's one of them books, now that I got caught up on like my back issues for like most of the books, to where like now I'm only picking up the most recent issue for the series I follow. That it's one of those books I'm like, man, if I could get a first print Superman and a first print Absolute Wonder Woman, then I'll go back and collect the rest of those back issues. Because I didn't jump on them initially. I was just Absolute Flash and Batman because those are my main 2 guys. But I might have to spin the block for that Absolute Superman and Absolute Wonder Woman, bro. I've been hearing some good things about it. Definitely recommend, if you ain't already got them, go on your eBays and hunt those things down, because they're going to be worth something. Coming in, honorable mention number 2, my boy, Wolverine. Ultimate Wolverine issue number 13. Jumping out of the Sentinel. Like, huh? Yo, that is lit right there. I like. And this is actually a foil cover, man. This one does not really do this cover justice. I got this book and it looks way better in hand, in print, with the foil, man, shining and everything. Wolverine busting through the Sentinel like the X-Men 90s cartoon and everything. Gotta love it. Crazy that didn't make it the top 15, bro, because that cover, bro, is beautiful in hand. Honorable mention number 1, we got X-Men issue 23. I believe this is Cyclops going ham cover. Yes, sir. Your boy Cyclops got a comic book coming out. I think if it wasn't last week, this week. Yo, I thought this was the Cyclops issue number 1 cover, honestly, when I copped it. That felt it was X-Men 23. I wasn't mad because I got that whole series, so I needed that issue anyway to keep the whole, keep up to date and whatnot. But I definitely, when I first copped it, I copped it under the impression this was the cover for his first issue. Coming in number 15, variant covers for January 7th, 2026. All these books out now. We got Venom 253 by Scott Crane. This is a Virgin variation. Usually got like a border around them and everything. I've seen his art process, how he does it like silhouette style. We had a character design class in art college, and man, I wish I had my hard drive with those tutorials, bro, because that was a nice little style for like when you like, getting out of your normal typical drawing habits and whatnot. Kind of some sick designs. But yeah, this was Clayton Crane killing it. Number 14, we got Wolverine issue number 14. And I wasn't as high. I dropped off this series, but I'm thinking about trying to give it a second chance. These covers and everything, it's like Marvel trying to come back this year. I think Marvel saw how the top 20 most sold comic books, and they didn't like that shit. I think they're really trying to level up and ramp it up this year, try to fight back. And that's sad too, because man, that Ultimate Spider-Man and the Ultimates was just as good in my opinion. Like just like number 1, bro. And then like underneath that, I would put that Ultimate Spider-Man, that Ultimates right up there with. I haven't read Absolute Martin Manhunter, so I can't speak on it. I've saw a little bit of the Absolute Wonder Woman. I heard people comparing that, putting that up there on a high regard. But Transformers, another book series I'm hearing real high things about. I'm super high on TMT, but it's right up there, bro. So I'm just like, damn, bro, Marvel. Like, I'm rooting for y'all to, get back to your greatness, bro, because you got squashed last year. Pretty tough, bro. Number 13 on the list, we got Poison Ivy, number 40. Again, Poison Ivy always eats on these top 15 covers, top 20 covers of the week. Anytime she's on it, it's like damn near guaranteed you're going to see Poison Ivy. At least 1 or 2 Poison Ivy covers get mentioned in love. And I don't even follow the Poison Ivy series, but her covers just slap, bro. Number 14, we got another Wolverine 14. I don't know if this is a mistake. Is that? Yep. Another Wolverine 14 cover. They got busy with the Wolverine. That's what I'm saying. Marvel trying to fight back. Marvel said, yo, enough is enough. We fighting back. We tired of getting punched on. Over here trying to getting some books up in there in the top listings. Number 11, we got the Blue Falcon and Dynomutt issue number 5. Another one of those Saturday morning cartoons. Not really. I mean, this before Saturday morning cartoons. Honestly, this before my time. The Blue Falcon and Dynomutt. I caught the reruns back when they had that Cartoon Network started going 24 hours. I remember when Cartoon Network wasn't 24 hours. Blue Falcon, Dynomutt coming in number 10, top 10 time. We got Star Wars Han Solo, The Hunt for the Falcon. I'm a huge Star Wars movie guy, the originals. I liked the first couple of new ones. I didn't like the Disney Plus ones really, but never got into the animated shows. I could never get into the comic books. Just too much, man. It's just too much to follow everything, man. Like, I'm already following damn near every Marvel, DC, Image, and independent thing. Like I tapped out with the movies. But that was a badass cover, so it had to get its props. Even though I would never buy a Star Wars comic. I don't care how sick the cover is. I don't care who drew it. Maybe let me take that back. Maybe let me backtrack. Maybe if it was a super duper hardcore Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Yoda, one of those types, maybe, but I would never be ready. It'd be strictly for the cover. Oh, my fault. We didn't even show it. Absolute Green Lantern issue number 10 coming in at number 9 on the best covers of the week. I love this style right here. My style is more nah, this is definitely dope for me. I ain't gonna hold you. I need to stop shortening I gotta get. I've been rusty, bro. I took some years off, so yeah, it's taking a while to get the rest and get my style completely back. But this is somewhat similar to my style, a little bit more refined and better because I took so much time off, in my opinion. But man, I love this style. This is a dope ass style right here, bro. Coming in number 8, we got Shredder issue number 4, another Shredder cover making it onto the list this week. I believe that I got this cover. Yeah, I got this cover. That cover hard. I love the art. Even though there's a lot of white, the way they threw that little red moon in there and the way they did this, the mediums they use, bro, it's just that is just the cross hatching and everything that they did, bro, is just badass, bro. I love this cover, bro. I gotta catch up on this series too. I got all the issues, but it's just in my reading list. I got like 80 to 100 books I gotta get through. Number 7, we got Godzilla issue number 6. And them Godzillas, like I said, them Godzillas is a cheat code similar to Poison Ivy, Catwoman, bro. They always do good because it's like they got an easy subject matter. Same thing with Vampirella, you know? It's like if you are a somewhat decent artist, bro, with that subject matter, you're gonna be in a pretty high position. Sometimes it works against you because I'm so used to seeing those Fire Godzilla and Vampirella that I kind of start reflecting on the previous issues and whatnot, and then kind of compare it to those. It might dock some points or whatnot. Speaking of Vampirella, coming in at number 6, we got Vampirella issue number 9. And them Vampirellas, yeah, Vampirella Godzillas, bro, they just always hit. They just always hit. Now the Godzilla artwork, bro, because I do read a lot of the Godzillas, be slapping, bro. And a lot of the Godzillas be cracking. I'm not big on the Vampirella. I never really picked up. I think I got one Vampirella comic book in a giveaway, if I'm not mistaken. And the cover was nice, but the artwork inside did not really do it for me. So I never really picked up on Vampirella. But they always do got some badass covers, and that cover is no exception, dog. That cover is badass. Damn near look like they threw some color pencil in there as well. Blended that with probably some acrylics or something, but that is clean. Time for our starting 5 best variant covers of the week. We got Batman issue number 5. Batman. Oh, man. Love is in the air. Bruce Wayne getting his Mac on. I got to catch up on this. I read up to issue 3, so I got to read 4 in this issue. Currently, I think 6 drop next week, so I got to pick that up from Joe. But yo, yeah, that is clean right there. My boy Batman getting his Mac on. Get your Mac on, Bruce. Get your Mac on. You can't be fighting crime all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't be fighting crime all the time, brother. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, we got Adventures of Superman, Book of L issue number 5. Superman been getting busy too. I ain't gonna hold you. Superman been like really creeping up this like. I mean, well, I guess like really in January and February because I put together. I got 6 episodes to do, and there's some Superman on these motherfuckers, man. So Superman been getting busy. I ain't gonna hold you. Cover tough, but I ain't gonna hold you. Ooh, I don't know if I should say this. I try to be a positive comic book channel and get people to buy comic books and support the comic book channels and everything. This is one of the books that my co-host Ari mentioned. He's like, man, it's one of the books he was considering dropping from his pull list because he said, while the covers be fire, I don't know if it was the story, the art, I can't remember, but one of them is a little off to him. Coming in number 3, we got Superman versus Spider-Man, issue number 150th anniversary edition. I got the, I don't want to say the original, because obviously it came out 50 years ago and I'm not that old, but I do have right here, because I got a dope little display. I wish I could show you guys my side of the display real quick, but I can't. But there you go. It's bigger than most comic books too, man. Big comic right there. Spider-Man, Superman. Okay. All right. Now, runner up for best variant cover of January 7th, 2026. She did it again, y'all, man. Poison Ivy, issue number 40, man. Yo, Poison Ivy, bro. She's a problem, bro. If you got a book that come out the same week as a Catwoman or Poison Ivy, you ought to be worried. You ought to be a little worried, bro. Real talk, because they artists don't play. They do not play with Poison Ivy and Catwoman, bro, at all. And man, oh man, is that a damn good cover, bro. That artist, bro. I gotta do some research, man, because that artist, bro, I love his style, and he always ranks high on my channels, bro. So yeah. But it is time, y'all. Variant cover of the week for January 7th, 2026. And yo, he might be one of my top 5 favorite superheroes. A lot of people think it's my favorite superhero because every year for Comic-Con, I would dress up as this person. And it was kind of my gimmick because I used to, when I was in college for animation, I did professional photography and videography for like about 3 years in college, and then probably like 4 or 5 years after college. So about like 8 years of professional photography and videography. And one of my like gimmicks for like my business card and everything was I dressed up like Spider-Man and whatnot, Peter Parker. So a lot of people think Spider-Man's my number 1. He's really my number 4 or 5. But number 1 comic book of the week goes to the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 19. And let me pull that up for y'all real quick. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Give me one moment, y'all. Give me 1 second. One minute, please. Spider-Man 19 issue, or the Amazing Spider-Man issue 19. Damn, I'm forgetting his name right now, bro. But this guy is freaking amazing, bro. This artwork plus the puddle, so you can see Spider-Man. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that until just now looking at this. That's how dope that is. I didn't realize he's on. All right, he's on the pavement with the water, with the reflection showing Spider-Man because he shot him from. Yo, that is so freaking fire, bro. Make sure to go pick up that cover, bro. Those Amazing Spider-Man covers. I want to say Lee Bermer. I can't pronounce it right now. I have to make sure. Yo, get these covers, bro. This Amazing Spider-Man 19, off the charts. I have to hunt this cover down because I missed the FOC for it with Joe. So I have to go to a different comic book shop and I have to pay like $6 for it. That's what I'm telling you guys. Get that League of Comic Book Geeks. Normally I only pay like $1 or $2 on whatnot, but these variant like this, That's why you want your League of Comic Book Geek, bro, because these ones, they will try to charge you a little bit higher than normal if you can't get a pull list. So get your League of Comic Book Geek, get your pull list so you could save 10% on your orders, plus you get them for the cover price, so you're not getting ripped off. Man, I've saved so much money off Whatnot since switching to the League of Comic Book Geeks, bro. I don't even go on Whatnot no more because I know I got all my comic books, one order. You ain't got to worry about paying 7 people shipping. And that's what really gets you when you're paying all those different shippings. One stop, get your League account, sign up with Clubbering or with Joe Comics or Clobbering Comics or whoever else. Save that money, save that shipping, save you the headache of having to go into that comic book shop and wondering if they got that variant or they got that cover. You ain't got to worry about someone else picking up the last one and you're like, damn, now I got to go search for it online or go drive to another comic book shop. You are guaranteed to have all your books for the lowest price and a discount on top of that. With that said, you guys, this is episode 1 of 6. I'll be right back in about 20-30 minutes for January 14th. January 14th, man. We got a lot to go over today, you guys. We're catching up today. Thank you guys for the support. I'll be right back on a little bit, man. Until next time, stay amazing. Take care. See you on a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, this sounds like the ending theme, don't it? Like an anime going off. The ending theme to the I Shouldn't Be Alive anime. Yo, way too much on the mental. Get the brain of a schizo. Got my heartbeat changing the tempo. Crown Royal, I take it a sip slow. Gotta go one, hold on like it's in vogue. I just wanna make it official. Man, I'm good enough for anyone that ever tried to get me. Yo, so if you're really with me and you're really not against me, I don't want you to get hit up. I'll show you what's a